Hello everyone, I thought I would take this quick opportunity to do a quick video whilst I'm waiting for it to hit 10 o'clock so I can open the shop. And well, I know a few of you were interested in me doing a why I like the YouTubers I like video, so I thought I'd start recording something. Right, well there's a few YouTubers I like, so it's going to take a little while to sort of probably go through them all, so if you bear with me. I think I'll start with, three chaps I like that kind of do a similar sort of thing, but in their own way, if that makes sense, and that is Nostalgia Critic, Angry Video Game Nerd, and Oddity Archives. Now, Nostalgia Critic, for those of you that don't know, he does a lot of review type stuff on like old TV shows and commercials and movies, that kind of stuff. Angry Video Game Nerd does a lot of, well, as you can probably tell from the name, he does a lot of obviously video game stuff. And Oddity Archives, his channel's more about old technologies, you know, like old Betamax, video, laser discs, old computers like the CDI, and going back obviously further to like things like the sort of CB radio, that kind of stuff. Now, it's a case of, the reason I kind of group these three guys together is because a case of, yes, they do sort of like videos that are similar in that they're kind of like reviews, but they all have their own sort of way of doing it. You know, they all play like their own little characters and such like, and I mean, personally, it's like, yes, I enjoy their videos because the characters they play sort of make me laugh, because they act very sort of like, you've obviously got James as the AVGN, who acts very just like, I fucking well hate everything, and lobs stuff around the room and blows stuff up, you know. And then you've got like obviously Nostalgia Critic, who he can obviously get a bit worked up, but not quite as same as James's character. And then you've got like obviously Ben on the Oddity Archives, who just gets, he's very sort of like, I suppose his videos are more on the sort of like sarcastic side with his sort of like character and humour, but it's just, I enjoy their characters because they do sort of like, I think they sort of like act very over the top, but I personally find it very humorous. But that's obviously just my taste of humour, but not everyone will agree, I know. But at the same time, I think I've learned a lot of stuff as well, because I've obviously found out about like sort of like video games and movies, etc., and technology that, you know, I wasn't necessarily aware of before, even though I might have grown up during certain time periods when these things existed, and like, you know, I've been like, oh, I didn't actually know about that. It's quite interesting. And I've obviously then gone on to sort of do more investigating. So it's like, you know, sort of say what you will about those three guys. It's like, I've personally not only had fun with them being very silly and over the top, but I've actually learnt stuff as well. So it's all good. Another one I like watching, again, it's like kind of video game related, is the channel Metal Jesus Rocks. Now, it's just like, again, he does a lot of sort of like video game related stuff and games consoles, but it's just like, it's just really fun watching his videos and him getting really excited when he's found maybe certain hard to get titles or, you know, stuff like that, and he's been like sort of like, oh my god, look what I found, you know, and sort of like getting sort of like, gets genuinely sort of like proper into it, going like, oh, I'm really happy I found this game and I think it's like really good. Or if it's a game that's not so good, he'll be honest about it and say, look, you know, I don't think this one was quite as good, but you guys might be into it, so don't necessarily take what I say as gospel. So, but yeah, I think I just like sort of like seeing him sort of like sort of show off all his video games and do his little sort of game room tours and stuff like that, and also talks about his band and his wife and stuff like that and his friends, which is like really nice because he's very inclusive of like everyone he knows, which is, I think it's really lovely, because I think not as many sort of like YouTubes necessarily do that kind of thing. I might be wrong, maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places, but it's just, that's what I've just noticed. So, but again, I think I've learned of sort of like a few things from him, because again, I've become aware of perhaps like titles that I wasn't necessarily aware of, and I've been like, oh, okay, I didn't know that game existed, or I didn't know that game came out on that console, or whatever, and I've been like, if I see it, I'll grab that, you know. And there's like probably a few games that I've genuinely thought, I want to go and buy that now, because obviously he's like done a bit of gameplay and been like, I think, nah, about it, you know. So, yes, it's like, that's another one I personally enjoy, so. And I think, again, sort of like tacking on to sort of Metal Jesus, I think sort of like the Happy Video Game Nerd, who's obviously like a, sort of like, he created his character obviously as a sort of like a flip side to James's angry video game nerd. I think it kind of started off as a joke, but then it took off. But again, I think like Metal Jesus, I think Happy Video Game Nerd does a lot of sort of gaming reviews, and it's because of him I actually bought the new Splatterhouse game, actually, because he was saying that yes, okay, it's a bit flawed and like it has its problems, but it's not a bad game. And I was like seeing the gameplay footage of his video he did, and I thought, sod it, I'm going to get that, because I remember the old like arcade machine that came out in the 80s, and remember thinking like, oh my god, this is so gory and violent, but it's awesome, you know. So it's like, yeah, so it's because of him I bought that game. So yeah, it's all your fault, Video Game Nerd, that I bought that. So I'm blaming it. So yeah, that's sort of like another. So yeah, as you can tell, there's a bit of a sort of reoccurring theme with sort of like reviewy type stuff. But it's just I like people sort of like saying like, talking about like this or that or whatever, whether it be video games, films, or old technology or whatever. I just like, I think, hearing other people's opinions of what they think, saying, oh, I liked it, or I didn't, or I thought this about that bit, you know. I think it's just nice to sort of hear someone else's opinion of it. So, I mean, unless they're being overly just stupid and going, oh, I hate it just because, I'm like, no, that's not a reason, you know. So it's like, you should, like, if you don't like it, then fair enough, but have a proper reason, not just because, oh, I'm going to hate it because it's like the hipster thing to do, you know. It's just like, shut up, you know. So, yes, so who else do I like? Well, I think sort of like there's quite a few, going on to probably the next bit, there's quite a few ASMRs I like. Okay, with 3 of them I'm kind of probably a bit predictable for liking them, because they're kind of like sort of 3 of the more well-known ones, and that's Heather Feathers, Gentle Whispering, and also ASMR Requests. So I know some people are really going to be all, oh, that's so predictable, you only like them because they're popular, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, maybe I did become aware of them because they're the more popular girls, but it's like, you know, it's like, I actually sort of like, I think it's like I stumbled across them 3 by accident, because I think the first ASMR I found was, I think, Aurora Whispers, I think is her username. I said, sorry if I've got that wrong, because I'm obviously recording on my phone and having to try and remember off the top of my head, but I think she was the first ASMR I found, and then I found Heather, Ali and Maria sort of like as a result, because of the whole, oh, we recommend this video for you sort of thing on YouTube. So, bear with me a second, I'm going to grab me latte. Oh, yes, I sort of went and support big corporations, but it's latte. I like McDonald's coffee, you know. Oh, that's better. Right. So yeah, it was more of a case of, as I said, I started off with Aurora Whispers, because I think it's because I found her as a result, I think it was as a result of watching Cool Duda's DVD reviews, and then her DVD sort of show and tell video popped up, and then I found Aurora Whispers, and then went on and found obviously like Heather Feathers, Gentle Whisperings, and ASMR Requests. So it was more of a bit of a chain, you know. So, but yeah, so I do like those 4 girls, you know. I they're the kind of, I dip in like in and out of certain videos, because it's like not all of their videos work for me, but there's like certain ones I like to go back to. And even if I don't necessarily get like the ASMR effect every time, some of them I like to watch just because, you know, because they're entertaining or informative or whatever, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm sort of like, I'm always on the lookout for sort of other ASMRs to watch, but I haven't quite found ones that I like yet, so it's more of a case of just playing about, see who I like, really. So, who else? Oh yeah, I mentioned a guy called Cool Duda. Sean C. Phillips. It's like, I think he was probably one of the first YouTubers I got into, because he does a lot of, again, like DVD reviews, and he's also, I think, got into acting now, from what I can tell, and he's not doing too badly out of it as well. So, but it's because like I sort of like, even though he doesn't sort of like, he's just himself in the videos, he doesn't play a character, and he's like, he just comes across as he genuinely loves like films and that, and it shows in his videos, because he's always like sort of like, he like sort of gives like an honest opinion on different things, saying like, oh, I like this, or I wasn't so keen, or I wish they'd bring out like a special edition Blu-ray or DVD of such and such, you know. You know, sort of, he just seems to like genuinely love films and that, so which is really nice. So, but yeah, so yeah, I think, can't even remember when I started watching his channel actually, but it was like many moons ago. I think it was probably not long after I sort of got into, probably about 2010, 11, or perhaps a bit later, sort of that kind of time. But yeah, I enjoy his like reviews, and I think again I've become aware of sort of things that I wasn't necessarily aware of before, you know. Because believe it or not, I wasn't really aware of the film Cannibal Holocaust until I like watched one of his videos. So, and I went and read up about it and thought, oh, that's why it's controversial. Okay. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I think it's just one of them films because of the graphic nature of it. People got a bit upset, and obviously it got banned and stuff. So I won't go into too many details because some people might be a bit sensitive about that kind of thing. By all means, go and look it up if you want to find out more. But it was more of a case of when I read about it, I thought, yeah, I can see why people got a bit upset, shall we say? You know. So yes. Right, is there anyone else I can think of? Because obviously I've got to go and open the shop in a minute because it's like, oh yeah. But right, I think I'll end it here for the minute. If I think of anyone else to talk about, I will add a bit more onto this video. So I will see you guys later on. Right, yep, I'm back again. So I thought, well, now that I'm in a position where I can quickly just finish up the video I started this morning, I thought, well, quickly finish off. Right, I just thought of a couple more YouTubers that I wanted to add to my list, and some of these guys are from the Facebook group YouTubers Genuinely Supporting Each Other. First one I like watching is Christine Lee 314. See, I remembered your name for this video. I know a previous one I made, which I think has not been uploaded yet, I did actually forget what your username was, so when you watch that one, please forgive me. But yeah, I sort of, well, just started getting into her videos recently. She does a lot of like unboxing ones, like to do like things like Loot Crate, and there's some makeup ones she does, and yeah, I just really enjoy them. I know there's some people out there who don't really get the whole unboxing thing, but it's just, I really enjoy them. I like seeing what other people get sort of like sent and then showing it off, going, oh look at all these cool things. Because, you know, I think there's some people out there who can't necessarily afford to buy the boxes themselves, so, you know, sort of watching a YouTube video is probably the next best thing, so they can see what kind of content is in the boxes and that, and perhaps then maybe one day when they have got the money, they can perhaps decide, you know, oh, you know, should I get it or not, so. But they're a lot of fun. I enjoy seeing what other people get and getting excited over it, going, oh wow, I've got this or I've got that, and, you know, I enjoy it. Another one I like to watch is The Badger. Yes, The Badger Show. Yes, I do have a lot of time for Jeff. He's like just complete and utter mental head case, but I do like him a lot. It's like his videos make me laugh. He's like doesn't take himself too seriously, and he likes wrestling as well. So it's just a case of like that. You know, thumbs up for me definitely. So you know, total, I just love it. And I think there was someone else I wanted to mention, and like, oh yeah, I remember now. It's like the Uni Dude. I think it's like the Uni Dude TV. I think his channel's called. I apologise if I've got that wrong. I'm obviously having to again remember off the top of my head here, but I think that's what it's called. But what I'll do is all the channels I've mentioned, I will try and remember to link down below in the description. So you know, but again, I do apologise anyone I've got wrong. So yeah, back to my original point. The Uni Dude TV. It's like, as the name kind of explains, it's like, you know, this young man's at sort of university at the moment in Belgium, I think it is at the moment, if I remember correctly. So again, I'm sorry if I'm incorrect, you know. And he's like sort of started doing little vlogs about his day-to-day life at uni, and it's like, I actually really like them, because it's like that kind of stuff I like to watch, because I'm a nosy old bat, I admit it. So I like to see what other people are doing in their lives, and it's like, so I'm making a point of trying to watch them all as and when he uploads his little uni vlogs. So, you know, I like the ones that I've watched so far. They're really good and I like them. And it's like, oh my god, his girlfriend's so adorable. It's like, can I take her home and feed her cups of tea? You know, she's proper adorable. So, but yeah, that's just a couple of extra ones I just wanted to quickly add on. I think there's probably loads of other people that I haven't mentioned, but it's like, I just wanted to try and give you a bit of a mixture of the kind of people I like, so that you can just understand more sort of like my motivations as a YouTuber, what sort of like what I like to watch, you know, because a lot of you probably already know what I like to make. Because my channel's obviously a bit of a mixture of a channel. I like to do lots of little different things, like, you know, vlogs about, you know, whatever. Like this one I'm making at the moment about YouTubers, and And also I do lots of other videos about holidays and trips and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm going to wind this video up now. Hope you all enjoyed it. And if people enjoy it, I might do more in the future. So I will see you later on.